Greetings, greetings. Love, peace, namaste, hotep. I love y'all. I just want you to know that first and foremost. I'm always going to love y'all because I love myself, and that won't change. My camera was jacked up for a little while, so I was talking to her yesterday like, I need you to work. I need to express some stuff, so I tapped it and it started back working. I said, well, that's amazing how the inanimate objects are living as well. You know what I mean? Like it's amazing, but this is true. You've talked to your car, cut that, and it wasn't cranking. You talked to it, that thing turned over for you. You was able to go and do what you need to do. So anyway, I just love that. I just love being aware, being mindful, being conscious, so that everything can be interacted with. If you don't know me, I'm sure you do. It's my channel. The name is Lord On, the Black Rose. Just kidding. Lord On, the Green Rose, black and red dove. Hey, I wanted to show you this. I wanted to get it on camera. I love this. This is a green jade necklace. The beads of jade and this rose here, this rose carved into this pendant. It's a dragon veined agate pendant. It's not just about the jewelry. You got to understand the metaphysical properties of this jewelry, of any type of adornment. You know what I mean? Anything that you put on yourself should be a reflection of yourself. Even though I'm wearing a Jordan hoodie, the Jordan represents a lot of things to me. Number one, it represents my awareness of who I really am, because I know that I am original man, you know, and this is not something that everybody is aware of. But I was actually blessed to come in contact with the actual Jordan family tree, genealogy, if you will. So, and besides that, Michael Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls. The city of Chicago, as is most of these cities, were founded by Moors. And I know in particular that Chicago was founded by a Moor. I seen it on a special one time, an African American special, quote unquote African American special, and it was like, man, that's dope, and it's a powerful city. But he also played for the Bulls. He wore number 23, and I was born on April 23rd. So that symbology represents me in my mind, and you've seen it all over the world, and it resonates for a reason. That's how spirit speaks. It speaks through symbology, as those who are aware enough. So anyway, that was just black dove, green rose, the green rose. But I wanted to touch on the spirit was just hit me with something, and I wanted to put it down. It's such a blessing to know thyself. It's such a blessing. You know, I work so hard. I worked hard. Spirit knows. You know, Spirit knows how hard you work, because you're going to be rewarded for it. You're going to elevate, continue to open up those multidimensional doors that we traverse through our mind. If you haven't raised your vibration to a level or are close to that level, you're not going to be able to receive that information. So I'm just blessed to be, to continue to progress and not become stagnant, because I kept my heart space clear. I kept my heart space intact. So anyway, what came to me was that people's despair is in their care. Their despair is in their care. I don't live in despair. People who become masters don't live in despair. Despair becomes dissolved because we cared. We not only cared about ourselves, but we cared about other people as well. And it was this passion to know the truth, to know what had been hidden from me, to remember myself. It was this passion, it was this care that leads us to the experience of heaven on earth. This is what happens. Your care, your passion, what you're devoting your time and attention to. This is what leads you to heaven on earth. Plain and simple. The question is, what do you care about? Do you only care when you're reacting to a situation? When you're reacting to what you've seen on TV? Do you only care then? Or do you care all of the fucking time? This is what needs to become common knowledge. We need to begin to have the drive to lift ourselves up. So many people are being misled out here. So many people's souls are being tampered with. And it's beginning. It's not even that it's beginning. It's what's been my passion. It's what my passion has been this entire time that I've been continually moving forward. Because I didn't want to have to answer to another man. I didn't want to have to receive my answers from another man. I wanted the Supreme Being to channel through me, so that I will know, so that I could not be misled by anybody else. And I didn't care what I needed to put to the side to get to that point. And that's what it takes. This is why people this is why they often, there's a Luciferian path, and this is like, people call it the left-hand path, but this is the path of self. It's selfish. You become selfish. But this is also the path of inner knowledge. And if you gain inner knowledge, then you gain knowledge of self. And if you gain knowledge of self, then you gain knowledge of everything. Everything. It will come to you, because spirit is living. The ancestors are living. God is a living being. Everything is from God, so everything is conscious. This is why matter can hold energy. This is why when your mom used to get clothes, if you were of that, not everybody may have dealt with this situation when they were growing up, but your mom would, if she would get clothes from her, like a neighbor or a friend, and she would give those clothes to you, first she would wash them. And this is not to say that the clothes were necessarily dirty. This is because she wanted to wash all of what could have come with those clothes off of those clothes. So subtly in your mind, your mom is showing you that, because she knows, the mothers know, they're naturally in tune, that spirit is in link with matter. So by default, that means that all matter has spirit in it. So, man, it's so awesome to be aware and to be awake. And I'm just excited because more people are becoming more and more aware of the fullness, or they're getting closer and closer to the fullness. And this is going to create the new kingdom. Those who will respond to that Kundalini energy that is raising up and begin to seek knowledge yourself. So you're despairing your care because people are focusing on the despairs of the world rather than trying to be the solution to the despairs of the world. You're trying to wait for somebody else to do it. Nobody else is going to do this work but us. No one else. You are waiting for yourself to get to moving. Once individuals have done the inner work as individuals, then these individuals can collectively come together. You cannot fake the Lord out, because you are the Lord. You are source, and you are the source of the despairs. So you have to be the source of the solutions, given the capacity that you've been blessed with. And you have the ability to increase that capacity. So it's up to you. We need you. We need you. We need more. And this isn't just talking, but I know I needed to talk. I needed to express this. Because the solutions are here. The solutions are within you. People are waiting for something else. You're waiting on yourself to begin to ask those questions that you have and put yourself in a position to where you can receive. You can actually receive how Spirit is going to speak to you. You can't blame anything else. It's nobody else's fault. It's not the Illuminati. It's not fucking Monsanto. It's not fucking the cigarettes or the alcohol, even though these do play a part. Just like tree will play a part. Tree, it will play a part, but I don't let it fucking be a factor. Nothing is going to stop me. Just like nothing has stopped me. Because I will not stop myself. When I feel my ego beginning to raise up, I squash it. Humble myself. Humble myself. And begin to put in work. Begin to meditate. Begin to go into my heart. Begin to know how to work with my energy. I'm a Reiki master. You see, people want to point fingers. They want to blame things, but it's not anything's fault. It's no fault. And people are trying to fill voids with substances. Fill their time with activities that don't mean anything. They don't mean anything until you begin to go into esoteric sciences. Because the spirit is what created matter. And if we're living in a material world and you want to become Lord of the material world, you don't want to be a servant. You don't want to be a slave. You shouldn't want to be. All I heard about is fucking slavery my entire life. I'm not going to be a slave. I'm not going to allow my son to be a slave. He's not going to be a slave. So I, his father, have to make sure that I am not a slave. Do you have little ones? Do you have children? Do you have miniature versions of yourself? Do you care about yourself? This is what it boils down to. Do you care about yourself? I need you to care about yourself. I need you to care about yourself. Be yourself that you need to be. Fuck the world until you know yourself. And then embrace the world with all the love and care that you begin to develop for yourself as you've learned about yourself. Because people fear what they don't know. And that fear turns into fucking anger and sadness and frustration and disappointment. Because they don't know and understand and understand themselves and what they could have been teaching themselves. Because you're always doing this. So, your despair is in your care. Your despair. Your despair. Because I don't live in despair. You cannot live in despair. No matter what somebody brings to you, you turn that shit around. You turn it around. It's a spiritual warfare. You turn it around as soon as it comes to you. You can listen. You can listen and let people speak what they need to speak. But then you turn it around. And if they leave while you turn it around, then let them leave. But this is spiritual warfare. You need to understand this. You need to understand this. There's no excuse. There's no excuses. There's no excuses. There's no excuses. The information is here. They're high vibratory beings. They are being drawn to you as you begin to do investigation of yourself. How you respond to them is up to you. But they are another version of yourself. As is everybody is in your world. In the world. In the universe. It's all a reflection So everything you choose to reject is you dismantling yourself. Your despair is in your care. Or your care can turn you into a sun flare. I wanted to rhyme. I needed it to rhyme. You being a sun flare will make you a sun, will make you source energy and conscious of it, and then having the ability to begin to manifest the worlds, the planets that you choose to have in your solar system. You are the supreme being of your world. What are you going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? I know what I'm going to do about it. I'm going to create heaven. I'm going to create heaven. Are you with me in creating heaven? You can try to be against me. But what's the point in that? What's the purpose in that? So let's grow. Let's grow. Let's grow. Either your despair is in your care, or your care will turn you into a solar flare. Love, peace, forever and always. I'm always here. I'm always here. For you, for me. Let's heal, let's grow. It's the green rose, black and red dove, Laura on. Let's grow. Trees of goodness.